Okay, MB Moose Lover here again, and got another video. This is my wasp. I did a video here just a little while ago about wasp nest building, the Wood Welders, and had quite a few wasps. This is a little clip from that video, and me just kind of, kind of poke the bear, and poke the flying bears here, and they had the nest about the size of a softball, and there were a couple of dozen wasps, I think, that were pretty well. They'd get up to that size, and we went away for a few days, and we came back, and I said to my wife, "Where are my wasps?" And there were a few around. I've videotaped this shortly after that, but there were a few more. You can just see one here that's coming out of the nest. That's all that's left there when I videotaped this, which was I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. And I don't know if the spider had bit the wasp, or or it's just weak. I don't know, maybe it just killed itself working, because all the other workers had left and he's been doing double duty, but he don't look too healthy. And when we come back, there were some the spiders had moved in there fairly quickly, and they had webs all around, and they had something caught in their webs, and there were some dead ones on the deck, and then I couldn't really film too much then, because there was a few that were left there. They were pretty irate, and I just couldn't really film them without the risk of getting stung, because they were just kind of not wanting to go in the nest because of the spiders, and they were just kind of in a panic. So I didn't get too much video, and then I did videotape this one a little later, and so these spiders, they just went rampant. You'll see in the video, they're all the way around the deck here, the front door. And these are like the gray, I guess they're barn spiders they call them. When I was a kid, they used to be all around I lived on a farm, and they used to be all around our outbuildings, and webs like you wouldn't believe. And my father would spray them with the sprayer we used for keeping flies off cows with a pesticide, and they'd all, it was worse actually after you did that, because they'd all come down and hang down their webs. But I'm kind of interested in spiders. I don't kill them really. I mean, it's it's the same with wasps. I don't like to kill them. I was going to try to move this nest when the wasps were in it, because I thought I could cover the hole and move it, but I didn't get around to that because the spiders took it over. So this was just filmed a few days ago, and basically they've surrounded it, and you're going to see they've got webs right in front of it, and I don't know if they killed all the wasps. I know that we did witness them kind of attacking, or at least getting caught in their webs, and they had some of them wrapped up in their webs, some of the wasps. But excuse me. Anyway, so maybe some of the wasps just basically gave up and left, but because like I said, there were only about probably a couple of dozen wasps in it, maybe at the most maybe 25 or so, and they didn't have time to expand it much more than that. It's quite an interesting video, that one I made with them actually working on the nest. I never actually watched them layer it like they were doing, so you can check that video out if you want to. And I had a nest last summer on my lawn that was basically I was mowing the lawn, and I actually got stung at least a couple of times, and I went by them with a lawnmower, and they didn't realize that they were even there, until I got stung, and then they followed me all the way to the house. I got to the house and I was still picking them off my pants, and they were stinging me right through my little jogging pants I had on. So and I bought a can of wasp spray, and I never did use it. I basically decided that you know, I mean, they're beneficial. They eat a lot of flies and insects, and you know, you know, so what I did was I basically took a part of my old lawnmower that I had a ride on that had a bagger, and I never used the bagger much, so I was just kind of kicking around. So I took one of the parts of that bagger and put it over the wasp nest was right in the ground, and they were coming out, and this little hole in the ground. So I basically put that over it as a cover, and it had an opening on one side, like a chute that the chute went in, and basically that way they you know, would kind of have to enter away from the lawn. So, and it worked fine. The rest of the summer I didn't have to worry about them. I could walk right up, and I filmed them right in this cover that I put on it, and I made a video of them flying out of it that I called jet jackets, and put some sound effects with it. And it's a pretty cute little video. So it's and I did another one on hornet's nests way out in what I call the big woods, is government land, where we would go four-wheeling, and we'd see them way up high, like 40 feet up in the air, and I you know, researched some facts on them and put it on the video. And then I have another one, Lord of the Hornets, which is kind of me and my wife out walking a woods road, and kind of a little parody on Lord of the Rings, and find a hornet's nest out there. So I'll put those links up maybe on the introduction. And so you can pretty well see that these spiders took over my front door deck here, and I'm gonna have to, I think, kind of remove some of them here and relocate them. And there's a dead wasp. It basically is one of the last survivors. And this little guy here, I just kind of put him at the end. And it's one of these same spiders, little barn spider, but he's so small, he's so tiny. You got no scale here, but he's about the width of a pencil eraser. He's about 5 millimeters. Total length and width, so he'd be only like, you know, 2 or 3 millimeters his body size. Yeah, and I pretty well film anything. My motto that I kind of made up for myself is I film you know, anything that moves and some things that don't. I've got documentaries on trees, you know, strange growth in hardwood trees, things like that, insects, you know, dragonflies, butterflies, anything, you know, wasps, whatever I can find. I just love filming things and catching them, especially like close-up macro photography. So later.